Hey everyone, welcome back to another video and thanks again for joining me today. So something that I've been thinking about a lot as we enter, probably a lot of the planners for 2019, the kind of September, October releases are probably gone from the stores, but as you know, there'll be a March release coming soon. So let's just go over really quickly what size planner is right for you. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad you are here. And if you're new to planning, welcome. I'm so glad you're part of the planner community. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the fun. And for those returning, well, obviously you did both of those things. So, well, congratulations. You're back again for more Megan. Who doesn't want that? All right, let's get started. Okay, so as we go into the next release date, I am going to talk to you a little bit about planner sizes and which one is right for you. Okay? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a little bit about what you can find in each planner and just see which one you think is going to be the right planner for you. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the pros and cons for each planner. So let's start with the big cover. Okay, so this planner, it's all the guts are taken out. Like I have a bunch of folders and stuff in here. This was my very first planner cover. My sister bought me like a big box kit for Christmas, and she was a big happy planner girl at that time. And like she liked the big happy planner, also known as BHP, the giant one. But she loved the big. And so she bought me a box kit of the big. I think it was at Michael's at the time. And I don't think it's there anymore, although I love this cover. And so I didn't really get it. This planner didn't click with me as much when I first got it. It was the very first planner I had. Didn't really mesh well with me as much. Like once I got the hang of it, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. But I hadn't quite mastered it when I first got it. But let's talk about a little bit of the pros and cons with this size planner. Obviously, there's nothing in here, but your size planner, like you can get an idea of the dashboards and the folders, the pocket folders. The very first accessory I bought was pocket folders. Like, I don't know why I thought that was going to be the best thing for me, but I don't know. So identifiable ways to know what size planner you're looking at. There's 11 rings on this planner. You're going to see 11 rings. And one really great thing about the big size planner is it fits a regular size sheet of printer paper. So if you want to print things out and punch them in, you can do so without there being any problem. Like it fits perfectly inside this size of planner. The challenges and the setbacks of this particular planner for me, it's just kind of too big. It's just really too big. I don't feel like I want to feel like I'm carrying around a big giant binder. I want to feel like I have something that's somewhat compartmentalized so I know that I can take it more portably with me. It's a little bit more cumbersome when you're trying to store it places in bags. It doesn't always fit. And it's just a little bit more challenging to work with. So for me, the big is just too big. It's just too much. It doesn't really function well for me. I like the idea of it. And if it's a planner that you don't ever take anywhere, it just sits on your desk at home and you like a lot of room, I could see where this one might be an asset to you. But if you plan to go anywhere, it's not really going to work the way that you're wanting it to, I don't believe. So pro and con. For those people who write really big, who they like to keep everything at home, who they love to have a lot of space, and who they punch a lot of their own stuff into, definitely the big is going to be great for you. It also, in the big boxes, the HP Sprocket, if you print a photo, it fits perfectly sized in the big boxes, I think it is. And that's really nice too, especially for memory planning. Or memory keeping. So I'm not a big memory keeper. I tried it. I really didn't get the flair for it, although I'd like to be because it's kind of important to like memory keep and like, we like to have some memories. um the big makes perfect sense for me for that. You're keeping your memories in, you're wanting to keep, like, I'll probably actually punch some stuff in here and make it more like a scrapbook in due time than I will do anything else. But I think it makes perfect sense for that type of thing. But for the portability of the planner, it's just not really for me. But there are pluses to it. All right. Now let's move on to the mini because I just grabbed that one. The mini is the smallest of the happy planners, and it can be found with 7 discs on it. And of course, the classic size and the big size have the same size discs. The mini has mini discs, so it's a lot more dinky and tiny. For being as small of a planner as it is, there's a lot that can be fit in here. I mean, a lot. Like, you really have good amount of space to be able to write and do whatever you want. It's not too terrible. You can fit a lot in here for being as small as it is. However, and obviously I have the dashboard layout in this particular mini, but they have minis laying from horizontal, vertical, the whole bit. So it's whatever your preference is. You can find a mini to fit. However, it is definitely something that you have to be a mini planner, or this is a great purse planner. Not really the best if you're really busy and you are super on the go all the time, but to write a lot, this is probably not the best fit for you. I'm on the go a lot. This works great for on the go purposes, but even me, I just more keep it for like date times and stamps and like an emergency note taking. Not really what I use if I'm like getting really serious with a conversation or anything like that I need to like really get down with. Um, like note wise or anything like that, appointment taking, like I need to refer to my bigger planner. But for on the go errands and for things like that, it's great. If you feel like you're not a super busy person, that maybe you don't have as much going on during the day and you just want a little something to keep track of things and you want to decorate it and do fun things like that, but you don't need to like have some big giant planner. I love the mini. I think the mini is the most fun planner to plan in. I think the mini is a great little resource to take on the go with you. I love how fun and flared it is. I love my mini. But if I'm looking long term here and I'm looking for the big aspect of it, I could not just plan in my mini. I have to have my other planner. If I was just stuck to the mini, this would be way, way, way too tiny for me. But I do love the rest of it. Classic size. So the classic size is the size planner in between the mini and the big. And it is probably the closest. A lot of people like the I think it's A1 or A5. I don't even know which one. A1 or A5. A lot of people, I'm going to open it up because you can't see with the glare of the ring light. A lot of people like that size. And so this one gives you that same size on it without it's a little bit bigger than that, but it's close to that size. So if that's the size of planner you like, then you're going to like this size planner. There's 9 rings on here. And so that's a really identifiable way to see what you're doing. 7 is mini, 9 is classic, and 11 is big. And as I mentioned before, it has the same size rings as the classic. As the big. It's got the same size. And then, although these look a little bit bigger, but they're really not. It's just an illusion. And then the mini has the mini discs on it. So that's a good way to see. Now, for me, each person has their best preference for the planner of what they choose. For me, the classic is my go-to. It is the one that I spend the most time with. It's not too big. It's not too small. It really is the perfect size for planning. It gives you all the things you need as far as space is concerned. I have a lot of stuff. This one is the spread I just did, and I haven't started that week yet, so it's still a little empty. But although when you're watching this, I will have started this week. Coming to you from the past. But yeah, so it's just got the perfect size. You can decorate it. You can do what you want with it. There's still plenty of room to do whatever else you need with it. It literally has everything. Like, it just is the perfect size for me. However, for those of you who do like to punch in a lot of stuff, you have to be mindful that the sizing of it is different. So you're either going to have to cut those pages, you're either going to have to size it appropriately. There's going to be things that are going to have to take place in order for you. Another yawn. I'm so sorry. In order for you to fit everything you want in this planner, you're going to have to make some modifications to do so. So if you are one of those people who likes to print and punch everything in, the big size may be the best size for you. The other thing is that I really like having the classic and the mini together. I take the mini on the go with me. I like having it available in case I want to use it while I'm out. I can't plan in it the same way I plan in this. It's not going to tell me my whole day. It's not going to tell me if I have something booked completely at a certain time, but it is going to give me a guideline of what's going on so I can make sure that I'm not double booking myself or something like that. It's going to make sure that I have a rough idea of what's going to happen. And as I mentioned before, I use it with just basically putting a sticker on any day that I have something going on instead of writing it in there. And then that way I know if I'm looking at my monthly, like, hey, I can't do these days until I check what time I'm already booked of the day. So that works out really good. The size, like I said, this size for me is the perfect size. It just fits everything so much better. But you have to do what you feel like is going to be the best planner for you, and that definitely is going to be, what you feel like you'll use the most. So let's talk about accessories. And as far as what accessories are stocked for which planner and what you can find where. So the big, poor big. Big is not the most popular. Big is the least popular. And while I say that lovingly, we love you, Big. It just doesn't have the most accessories. It's got the least amount of accessories. Big sticker books are really hard to come by. I don't think they make very many very often because they don't sell very good. Not to say that you can't use the classic size stickers and then the classic size will work great still, but you don't have those ones sized appropriately for it. So you have to be mindful of that. I did find pocket folders back in the day. I don't know that they even still have any pocket folders for sized for the big because it's just not the most popular thing to have any longer. But I will say that if you are a big person, I think Hobby Lobby carries the most like accessories for, I think at this point in time. It could fluctuate like month to month. You just never know. Things you can obviously use any of the accessories in the big planner because there is more than enough room to support them, but everything is going to be too small for it. So the dashboards are too small. The the page inserts for like the memory keeping or whatever you might want. Those are kind of smaller than what they traditionally are. That's their size for classic. And really, most of your stickers are sized for classic. I think there's a few accessories that are made in the big, like maybe the budget planner is still made in the big. But overall, you're going to find the least amount of stuff for the big size planner. But going back, having said that, if you are a person who likes to punch in a lot of stuff, I've said it like 5 times, but if you're that person, then you may not need a lot of accessories and it's still going to be the best option for you. So if that's the type of planner you are, if you're really minimalist, or even if you like stickers but you don't care if they're sized perfectly, you can definitely get away with this planner and not have a problem. The mini. Okay, the mini planner has quite a few accessories for it that are sized appropriately for the planner. There's dashboards that are in here that are sized for the planner. There's stickers. There's lots of mini sticker books that are sized for the planner. And so you're not going to be left in the dust. There's obviously pen loops fit on any size planner, but those are there. There's mini filler paper nowadays that you can use. And then what I will say is pro tip, any half sheets like this, any half sheets, if you flip this open and you kind of just glance at it and cut the bottom where the line is, or even fold it up, this will fit perfectly. It like fills the thing perfectly for mini planners. So half sheets fit in the mini with a little bit of adjusting. So even if you can't find the filler paper you're wanting, half sheets are perfect for it already. There's quite a few accessories. Like I said, if mini planning is what you love, don't feel like you can't do it because there's plenty of stuff out there for you. And definitely, yeah, I think that there's more than enough stuff to fulfill that desire, and you can find anything you really want. However, a lot of the mini sticker books are more like, I guess I want to say more like seasonal. Like they don't stock them the same amount as they do the big, the classic. So you might have to find, it might be a little harder, but you're not going to have an incredible hard time finding it. It's just, yeah. On to the classic. So the classic, I believe, is the most popular size that Happy Planner has, and it has the most accessories for sure. So these envelopes, there are small sizes for this also, but normally they comes in packs of 3, so you're going to get like 1 small and 2 regular, and then you can put 1 in your mini or 2 in your big. But if these are a little too big for the mini, so if you do use this in the mini, it's going to stick out a little bit. It'll still fit, but it's going to stick out. But the most accessories by far belong to the classic planner. You're going to find the most dashboards. Like, for example, I'm going to flip over here. You're going to find the most dashboards. They now have dashboards like this one that fits like the whole page in the classic. You have the sticky notes, which obviously you could put this in any size planner. I'm not sure if it'd fit in the mini, really. I think it would. It would fit in the mini. But you can put these in any size planner, but it's going to be the best in the classic size, ready to go, easy insert. You have the big sticky notes, which I'm going to flip to in the front, which obviously are also really good size. It's not overwhelming, but it fits perfectly fine on the dashboard already. Sure, you can put these into the big without problem, but they're not sized for that, so you're still going to have those like overages and stuff. But pretty much all the accessories that you come out, including all of the sticker books, there is a few that are big and there's a few that are mini, but classic takes the run. In fact, like this last release, was all classic sized sticker books. This one's classic, this one's classic, this one's classic. There's just a lot of classic size sticker books. Like I said, not to say that any of these stickers are regulated to not be used in one planner over another, but it definitely is clear that the classic size has the most to offer. And including the deluxe covers, I think it has the biggest selection and really just everything. So, all in all, I think that the classic is going to be the one to give you the most options and the most bang for your buck because you're going to be able to use it with all sorts of different things. It also is really easy and nice to be able to pull some of the half sheets and everything, which are sized for the classic normally, and be able to pop those right into your mini if you do choose so. And so it's nice to be able to work them together. So while each of the planners have their pros and cons, and they all have different things that make them great, my first choice is the classic sized. Then I love my mini. I probably, if I had to pick between just having one planner and I couldn't have multiples, I would say I would still choose a classic size. If that wasn't an option, I would go with the big just for the mere fact that I could not fit everything into the mini. But I love, love, love the mini for on the go. I definitely will always have one in my planner setup, but lineup, but I would not be able to just use the mini. I'd have to incorporate another planner with it. The big is my least favorite size, but it offers a lot of benefits to a lot of people. So you just have to like the big planner life and you will love this. It just depends on what your planning style is and how much you like to have the extra big planners. As I mentioned before, those people that love the big planners, there's a place for them, there's a place for you, but you're going to struggle with the least amount of accessories. The mini, you have a lot of accessories to choose from, not as many as the classic. The classic has the most. So if you are an extra accessory girl like me and you like to have all the goodies to go with it, then your classic is going to be your best bet. So now I hope as you see this video that it will help you make a decision as the March planners are released. I know we're still a little bit of ways from March, but you know what's going to happen is that you better pick your planner. You better know which one you want because it may be not there when you want it. So don't take for granted the ability to, And here's the other thing. I'm just going to throw this out there as a last minute note. If there's planners that are expired or outdated and they're super clearanced, it does not take anything to redate those planners. So I highly recommend if you find a planner you love and it is outdated, who cares? You can fix it. They just can't sell it like it's brand new, even though it's brand new, it's just outdated, but you can make it work. So like I've seen people buy stuff from like the last year's line and everything like that. So you can make it work, make it work. Don't be dismayed by it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you will find this information useful as you're making your selections. And I would love to hear from you what kind of happy planner you are. Do you like the big? Do you like the classic? Or do you like the mini if you already own one? If you're on the fence, tell me if this video helped and if it led you to the right direction of which planner you'd like to choose. I'd love to hear from you. All right, everyone. I can't wait to see you on the next video, and I'll catch up with you soon. Have a great day.